Without a struggle, there can be no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet depreciate agitation are men who want crops without plowing up the ground. I prayed for freedom for 20 years, but received no answer until I prayed with my legs. Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. I would unite with anybody to do right and with nobody to do wrong. Slaves are generally expected to sing as well as to work. It is not light that we need, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. No man can put a chain about the ankle of his fellow man without at last finding the other end fastened about his own neck. People might not get all they work for in this world, but they must certainly work for all they get. The white man's happiness cannot be purchased by the black man's misery. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did and it never will. To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer as well as those of the speaker. Once you learn to read, you will be forever free. A little learning, indeed, may be a dangerous thing, but the want of learning is a calamity to any people. Fugitive slaves were rare then, and as a fugitive slave lecturer, I had the advantage of being the first one out. When men sow the wind, it is rational to expect that they will reap the whirlwind. The limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance of those whom they oppress. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. A battle lost or won is easily described, understood, and appreciated, but the moral growth of a great nation requires reflection as well as observation to appreciate it. A gentleman will not insult me, and no man, not a gentleman, can insult me. I prefer to be true to myself, even at the hazard of incurring the ridicule of others, rather than to be false and to incur my own abhorrence. Slaves sing most when they are most unhappy. The songs of the slave represent the sorrows of his heart, and he is relieved by them, only as an aching heart is relieved by its tears. The man who is right is a majority. He who has God and conscience on his side has a majority against the universe. In a composite nation like ours, as before the law, there should be no rich, no poor, no high, no low, no white, no black, but common country, common citizenship, equal rights, and a common destiny. The life of a nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Freedom is a road seldom traveled by the multitude. A man who will enslave his own blood may not be safely relied on for magnanimity. Some know the value of education by having it. I know its value by not having it. A smile or a tear has not nationality. Joy and sorrow speak alike to all nations, and they, above all the confusion of tongues, proclaim the brotherhood of man. Our destiny is largely in our hands. Find out just what any people will quietly submit to, and you have the exact measure of the injustice and wrong which will be imposed on them. The relation between the white and colored people of this country is the great, paramount, imperative, and all-commanding question for this age and nation to solve. Immense wealth and its lavish expenditure fill the great house with all that can please the eye or tempt the taste. Here, appetite, not food, is the great desideratum. It was worth half cent to kill a nigger and a half cent to bury one. A man's character always takes its hue, more or less, from the form and color of things about him. Right is of no sex, truth is of no color, God is the Father of us all, and we are all brethren. One and God make a majority. We have to do with the past only as we can make it useful to the present and the future. The soul that is within me no man can degrade. Experience is a keen teacher. Having no resources within himself, he was compelled to be the copyist of many, and being such, he was forever the victim of inconsistency. Man's greatness consists in his ability to do and the proper application of his powers to things needed to be done. The thing worse than rebellion is the thing that causes rebellion. We were both victims to the same overshadowing evil, she as mistress, I as slave. They suppress the truth rather than take the consequence of telling it, and in so doing prove themselves a part of the human family. You have seen how a man was made a slave, you shall see how a slave was made a man. The life of the nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. They'll read and sing a sacred song, and make a prayer both loud and long, and teach the right and do the wrong, hailing the brother, sister throng with words of heavenly union. Alas, I had not then learned the measure of man's inhumanity to man, nor to what limitless extent of wickedness he will go for the love of gain. Most successful one was that of tarring his fence all around, after which, if a slave was caught, which of the quotes do you like the most? Please leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.